when you see me a step, you should know I'm a queen. Queen of the jungle. Queen of the jungle. Queen.
Hey guys, it's Hiiii here by Rhema and welcome to another YouTube video. First things first, I just want to apologize for being MIA for so long, guys. I've had CAPE exams, so that's what's been keeping me away, but I'm finally back. And as you can see today, I will be doing the makeup tutorial that you all have been asking for so long. So I'm finally going to do it. However, it is an in-depth tutorial, but I won't be able to give like all my products because I didn't like put it in the video, but I'll just mention them, and I'll also try to mention where I bought them. So let's just get into this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay guys, so first things first, I cleaned her face with some rose water, and now I'm using my Slim Brow eyebrow pencil. I bought it from Selfish TT on Instagram. I'll put their ad right here. I'm using that to outline her brows. This brow pencil is really good. It has if you want to turn and you'll get the pencil coming out, and it also has a spoolie on the other end, so you can check them out for this brow. I think it was like this brow pencil, I think it was like $30, which is really reasonable. Okay, so after I'm just gonna outline her brows, draw them out. Now I don't want to draw her brows too thick because as you can see her brows are already really thick, so I'm just darkening them a bit, and then I'm gonna conceal her brows. Okay, so next I'm gonna conceal under her brows with a medium-sized concealer brush. Right, you want to take your time when you're doing this. We want it to come out as straight as possible. Right, so you're just gonna take your time, pass the brush under the eyebrow, and conceal and outline the eye. This is just to neaten up anything that went wrong when you were outlining the brow. This is just to neaten it up. Right, now in case of what I use the LA Girls Pro Conceal in the shade medium beige, but as you all can see that was really light, so I went back over that with my Jordana 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in the shade golden caramel, and that's what brought it to closer to her skin tone for concealer. After I'm finished with that, I'm gonna take my mini beauty blender that I bought from Selfish TT as well. They have a 7-pack beauty blender and it costs $90. It's really good. I will put a picture here so you can go check them out again for your beauty blenders, and I use that to blend out the concealer. Next I'm gonna do her eyeshadow. As you can see, I did a pink and purple eyeshadow look with a cut crease, so I'm not gonna go too in depth on how I did the eyeshadow, but basically I put light pink as a base, and then I went back in with a hot pink on the sides of her eyelid, just to give it a kind of smoky pink look, and then I blended it out with a bigger blending brush. Also, most of the brushes that I'm using today are from Selfish TT. I use the Gal Love Soaker set, and I also have brushes that I bought from Pennywise and Sasako in Rhema. I use a lot of different brushes, right? So here I'm just doing the cut crease. To do my cut crease, I use the Jordana 2-in-1 concealer, but this is the lighter shade. I can't remember the name of the shade, but I'll just put a picture of the 3 shades, right? So yeah, I'm doing the cut crease here with a smaller concealer brush. This concealer brush is the smallest I have, so I'm just taking my time and dabbing the cut crease on, and then I'm just gonna outline it. And then I took my NK Perfection setting powder that I bought from Wonderful World and set that cut crease so that when I'm putting the eyeshadow, it wouldn't like pick up any liquid from the concealer. Next, I'm using a dark purple from my eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna put that to blend the cut crease into the pink. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just putting the dark purple at the ends of the cut crease to blend it into the dark pink. Now makeup is all about blending for it to look good, so you just want to take your time and blend out. Now I sped up my video, so that's why it's looking a little fast, but I wasn't doing it so fast, right? I was blending in a circular motion also. Right, then I went over the cut crease with a white, a kind of shimmery white that I had in my makeup palette, and blended that into the purple, and that was basically it. I think I also placed a little pink, a little light pink to blend the white into the dark purple, I think, But that was it. I blended it out, and that was it for the eyes for now. Because I have to come back and do her under eyes after I did her foundation and stuff. So after finishing her eyes, I just went back with some rose water on a cotton pad to just clean under her eyes. And then I'm using my AOA Perfect Primer. Now, I bought this primer from a local drugstore, but Selfish Titty also has this primer on Instagram, so you can check them out. So far, this primer works really well, and I love it. So the brush I'm using here, I bought that from Sasako in Rhema. It's a store that you have to walk in. They also have an Instagram page. I will put their at. I bought that from them, and I'm using that to just spread out the primer. So because I didn't have her foundation shade, I had to mix it with my own, which was the Fit Me, Maybelline Fit Me. I think it was the shade 365. That is my exact shade. And I mixed that with my Jordana 2-in-1 concealer and foundation in the shade Mahogany. I bought this mixing palette from Selfish Titty, and that's what I used to mix my foundation on. As you can see here, I'm just outlining the top of her brow with the foundation, right? I don't outline it with the concealer because I find like that's just give it light. It just looks too light. So I outline the top of her brow with the foundation. Then I'm using my beauty blender that I got in my package from Selfish Titty, these 7 beauty blenders. I'm using one of those to blend out her foundation. Now I'm blending it into her neck and her forehead. You want to blend it out really well and just take your time. I sped up the video, so that's why it looks like I did it really quick. Take your time and blend out the foundation. Next, I'm going to take a concealer brush and use that to conceal her face. I used my Jordana 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in the shade Golden Caramel, and I'm going to conceal her under eyes, her chin, her nose bridge, and her forehead. Then I'm going back in with the lightest shade of the 2-in-1 concealer just to put under her eyes and on her nose bridge to give that a lighter look. I just like to see when it looks lighter under your eyes and stuff. And then I'm gonna take my mini beauty blender and blend it out, and then I go back in with my larger beauty blender that has a flat face from my beauty blender set, and also blend it out with that just to make sure it blends seamlessly. So I'm gonna take my time and blend that out as well. I don't blend out the nose bridge though until I'm doing the contour, so that it will blend straight in with the contour. As you can see here, I'm going to contour her face. I contour the sides of her cheek, straight across her forehead, and also down her nose bridge. Now I conceal her face with the Jordana 2-in-1 foundation and concealer again in the shade Mahogany. That's the darkest shade. Then I'm going to use this contour brush from the set that I bought in Sasako to blend out the contour on her cheek and on her forehead. Then I go back in with the same beauty blender that I used to blend out the foundation, because sometimes you have a little makeup from the foundation left on it, and that will blend the contour seamlessly into the foundation. As for the nose, I use my mini beauty blender to blend out the nose. And yeah, then I'm gonna set her face. Now usually I use the Sasha Buttercup setting powder, but because I didn't have any, I use my Caramel loose powder, which also gives the yellow effect. And to make it set, I use my NK finishing powder. It's a translucent powder. I use that under her eyes to make sure that it sets. Okay, then I'm going to bronze her face. I use a Jordana eyeshadow, a dark Jordana eyeshadow, to bronze her face. I leave under her eyes to set. As you can see, I left under her eyes to set, and then I went back in with this mini powder brush that also came in the set from Sasako to just press the setting powder into her under eyes. And then I use a bigger powder brush to just blend out any other powder that's still on her face. And then I use the Caramel loose powder in the shade brown or dark brown, I can't really remember, and pass that all over the rest of her face to blend out everything and make sure that everything sets in place. Now for her under eyes, I use dark purple and dark pink, and I just blended it out together. So some parts I used dark purple, and then right under that I went in with dark pink, and that was it for her under eyes. Next, I'm gonna put some blush on her cheeks. I just used a lightish pink blush, and I used a black eyeliner for her waterline. Next, I'm gonna highlight her face. I highlight her nose bridge and her cheeks. That's the only places I highlight. I bought my highlighter from Wonderful World. I use a fan brush to put the highlighter on, right? Then I'm just cleaning out her lips with any foundation that it has or anything on her lips, and I outlined it with dark brown. Because I didn't have a dark brown pencil, I outlined it with a dark brown eyeshadow. Now I forgot to do her crease, and I used the highlighter to actually highlight her crease. Now the highlighter that I have, they have 3 shades. It's like a bronze and a white highlighter, so I use the white part of it to put in her eye crease, in the crease of her eyes. Then I put the lip gloss on her lips, and I also put like a pinkish eyeshadow in the middle of her lips, just to give it that blend. Yes, I am using what I have because, as you know, the place is closed, so I can't really buy new makeup. So yeah, and my last step was mascara. I put mascara on her lashes. I bought the mascara from Selfish TT. I can't remember the name. I'll try to get a pic, right? And then I stuck on her lashes, and these lashes were from the Lash Bank, which is my sister and I, our lash page. You all can check us out. So yeah, y'all can check us out for your lashes. I'll put the ad right here. And that is all for today, guys. This is the finished look. I am so in love with how this look turned out. Y'all can let me know in the comments or on Instagram if y'all want more videos like this, more makeup tutorials. See y'all in the next one. Bye.